Do you want to add players to your FIFA Ultimate Team, but you're a little strapped for cash? In today's video, I will run you through multiple cheap beasts in the Premier League, as low as 30,000 coins up to 100,000+ coins to find the right card that fits your team. Welcome back to another tier video on the channel. I'm your boy Slater, and we're going to dive today into the best cheap beasts in the Premier League. Every card is under 150k, so if you're trying to ball out on a budget, you're going to be able to find a player that can fit any position in this video that I have personally used. And you might be wondering, who the hell is this dude, and why should I take any advice from him?
Who the f is that guy? Who the f is that?
I just put my record up, not to flex or anything, just to show you, like, I am not a total merchant at the game.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We have 3 players that will be found in the 0 to 30k category. 30k players in the Premier League are like 10k players in every other league. The first player that we're going to talk about is Rule Breaker Godfrey. Now, you should have this card for free if you did the very old school draft objective, but with English links, medium high work rates, 84 pace on the front of the card, and actually really balanced dribbling because he can shift as a left back in the team, he's usable. He's got a very big body stock in the game, so he's going to feel more like a center back than he is a left back, so I would probably play him there. His physical stats are very, very low for a card of his style. You can either choose just to let them be what they are and throw a shadow on him, or an anchor if you want to help cover the pace, defending, and physical stats. But if you need a center back in a pinch, he can do the job. It's boring to talk about, I know, but Kyle Walker is still usable. I hate saying it, but like, he's still usable. What am I going to not put him in the team because he's not a special card? He's basically the price of an 85 rated card, so you're really never going to lose anything on the card. You know, he doesn't feel as fast as he has in previous years, but he's still probably the best option, considering realistically after him, from a cheap perspective, you're really looking at informed Digodalo, but he offers nothing in the attack, so make sure that you are not sending him on runs when you're making passes. Let him stay where he needs to be in that right back spot, holding down the back line with your other defenders. Gold cards in March, I know. Our final cheap beast of the 0 to 30k category is Rule Breakers Calvin Phillips. I used him in the best hair weekend league in FIFA, and genuinely doesn't feel as bad as you would expect. Really nice passing stats in that DM spot. He feels a little bit slow, don't get me wrong, but he makes strong tackles. He can distribute once he gets the ball. And the key component for him, the medium high work rates, he's gonna stay at DM. He's not gonna get forward in the attack. Use your other midfielders to help progress the ball. He will stay right above that back line and be that extra defender that you need to help stop counterattacks. He's at 32k right now on buy now, but I feel like you could get him at 30k easily on a bid, and I would 100% recommend this card is a cheap DM alternative for your Premier League squads. Easily my least favorite thing to review is a goalkeeper, because everyone has their opinion. There's going to be someone that loves this card the way I do, and there's going to be someone that literally used him for 3 games, says he has no hands, and will never touch Meslier again. But I used him in 2 straight weekend leagues, 18-2 on the last weekend league, and he was a huge part of the reason that we finished with that record. He's 6'5", 3-star weak foot, French links with the Premier League links too, which is very valuable in my opinion. When you think about a Prem special goalkeeper with French links for under 40,000 coins, it just seems like too good of a deal to pass up. If you haven't tried him, I would totally recommend him. Meslier is a cheap goalkeeping beast. Holik Gang isn't what Holik Gang used to be in FIFA. The fact that this Joe Willock card that is under 40,000 coins is a Holik Gang member just kind of tells you how that stat doesn't really mean what it used to. You kind of need to dig a little bit deeper into the card. But what I will say is I got to use this Willock card in a draft, and he does the job as a box-to-box. He's not going to wow you in any way, shape, or form, but I love the high work rates. I love the Club 80 stats because it means he's very well-rounded. He has nice passing stats genuinely. I think his dribbling is way better than I expected it to be. 88 dribbling actually feels really, really good on this card. I was able to make a couple of moves past defenders and then distribute it to my better attacking players and let him kind of sink back into that midfield role. At under 40k, I like this Willock a lot. I'm not going to go in depth about Van Disney. All right, you know this card's good. I know this card's good. Tall, crazy range in terms of his blocking AI and also just his tackling AI. He has great animations. He's just a broken card. Medium high work rates, and at 60,000 coins can still be a rock for your backline. If you hate using gold cards like I do, then this is the guy for you, okay? This Gay card, brilliant. I cannot speak highly enough about this card. Probably my favorite card in the entire group, just from a price to value perspective. Used him for 2 straight weekend leagues. He was very pivotal in that 18-2 run. I used him as my left center back in a 3-back, and he was stunning. He was able to have the pace and get out to those wing cards and still make fantastic tackles. And his passing stats are actually really good, to the point where he never missed a ball out of a press, was able to get us out of bad situations. Left center back in a 4-back, he'd be totally fine. And he is 4-star weak foot. So if you have 2 left-footed center backs, throw him to the right and he'll still do a wonderful, wonderful job. 60K for this card is a steal, man. For the OGs that know, the captain of the 2-week RTG, Gay is a stud, man. Trust me. Go get this card if you want a really solid CB. This card flew up 20,000 coins from when I first bought him at 45.5, and now he's at 67,000 coins. But there is a reason why this card is very valuable, besides the Liverpool links, besides Portuguese links, besides the fact that he can play cam and right mid and center mid, which are all fantastic. He's actually good in game. Now, I used him as a right mid in a 3-5-2, and the reason why I think that's important is because he actually comes back and plays defense. And his ability to track back really impressed me. It was actually the thing about the card that I thought was the most valuable when I was using him. He can still get forward in attack. He's got a great dribbling stats. Passing a little bit low. I think like a maestro on him might be something I would look into if you want to boost the shooting, the passing, and the dribbling stats a little bit. But I think he's perfect for like a 4-4-2 right mid, 3-5-2 right mid spot. Someone that can help you up top, but is willing to come back under 70,000 coins, even still with his price going up 20,000 coins. That Fabio Carvalho is a cheap beast that you can 1000% still use in game today. I'm giving you multiple options for like the same type of card. So if you don't like one, you can go for another one, which we did with like Gay, Van Dijk. Now I'm doing again, Perisic and Carvalho I find very similar in a lot of ways. I think that Perisic is a better box to box. So he ships as a left wing or a left mid or a left wing back. With 4-star, 5-star and high medium work rates, he would do a fantastic job as a box midfielder. I used him as a wing card when I used him in the weekend league, and he actually contributed a ton of goals and assists. But then I moved him a little more centrally into a 4-2-2 and thought he was significantly better, and that's why I think if you put him as a midfielder, that'd probably be his best position in the team. Carvalho will feel a little faster in the game, where Perisic will feel a little bit clunkier than that, but I actually think that he offers more as a all-around player than Fabio Carvalho if you want to check out that card. Finally, an attacker that is actually an attacker. Dan James not only is very good in game, I've talked about this before with other cards, the versatility on this Dan James card to me makes him wonderfully valuable at a very reasonable price of 70,000 coins. Obviously, he's rapid, 4-star weak foot, and I like high work rates, but the key for this card is that he can play striker, left wing, right wing, and center forward. What we've learned in FIFA this year is that versatility on a card is massive, man. I mean, how many times do you change your team in just a week? I feel like I change my team every week and a half, and I constantly am looking like, can this guy play this position? Can he play? The fact that this Dan James can play every single attacking position in a 4-3-3 formation makes him wonderfully valuable. His shooting stats are surprisingly better than you would think. He actually finishes kind of a lot more than I expected him to. The passing is just slow. Get it down the byline and get it into the 18, and then let him distribute it to the attackers so they can finish in the final third. As the final member of the 50 to 75K gang, I'm telling you, Dan James, very, very good. I would be an absolute fraud if I made a tier list and didn't give you an out-and-out striker. James Vardy, it's 11.
It's heaven for Jamie Vardy!
This Centurion's James Vardy is very usable, dude. 4-star, 4-star, high medium work rates. We obviously know every Vardy card is crazy pacey. The shooting stats are brilliant, man. He finishes everything. I promise you, dude, this card is very good. Put him on getting behind. He'll make breakneck runs past the defense and help break presses and do great counterattacks. Or use your wingers or your wide cams, work the outside channels of the 18, then pass it inside to Jamie Vardy. He always finds a really nice position and he will finish. Our first 75 to 100K player is Premier League champion, Jamie Vardy. At this point, you can probably tell that I do like myself a really good box-to-box midfielder. And with that being said, Park Ji-sung is that. If you want to splash a little more coins on a box-to-box, Park is a very usable card. As a hero card, him getting full cam is obviously way more valuable than all those other cards. He can also play cam, right mid, and left wing. High work rates and 4-star weak foot as a really balanced box-to-box midfielder. I have a couple places I've used Park that I like them a lot. I actually like him the most and once again, a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2 at a left mid position, because he can create a little bit on the outside, but more importantly, he plays a really valuable role in more of like the midfield / defensive side of the game. If you want cheap alternatives, go with like a Willock or a Perisic, but if you're willing to spend the coins, I do think Park is worth it at the price. We are down to our final 3 cards. If you've come this far in the video, man, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. It helps the channel greatly. We started the year under 500 subs and we are on our way to 900 now. I cannot thank you guys so much for the support lately. It means the world and we'll keep pumping out content, but enough of the BS. Let's jump back into this tier video. World Cup phenom Bukayo Saka is the third to last player left on the video. I feel like I haven't provided you guys like a pure cam yet in the video, and although he ships as a right mid, left mid, or right wing, he's not pacey enough. I know the stats say what they are. He's not pacey enough, man, to really actually feel that way in game to be a wing card. I think he's a wonderful cam though. He's got good passing stats for the most part. He feels really nimble on the ball. That's kind of more what I like about this card, is that if you're playing FIFA right now, you know the defensive meta is these guys that don't even use their center backs. They use second man press and they let their AI defend at the top of the box. If you're standing at the top of the box in FIFA right now, it is a crowded mess, and you need a guy, especially this year where it's way harder to get good left stick dribbling. You need a guy that is nimble and can left stick dribble, and this Saka can. He doesn't feel great in open space. He doesn't feel like breakneck fast like you would hope he would for a Saka card, but he is wonderful in tight spaces at dribbling around the defense and help breaking the lines to distribute to your strikers. You can spend the coins at over 100,000 coins. I do think this Saka, if you play him in the right role, will do a wonderful job for you. Who would I even be if I gave you a one cam option and didn't give you another cam option, right? It's the man with the best calves in world football and gorgeous hair, Jackie Grealish. Now, I've used this card a bunch, and the one thing I will say about him is that his finishing sucks, okay? I actually think he has better dribbling than Saka too. Passing stats are great. He feels amazing in the build-up, man. It's just when you go to take a shot on net, he's not going to convert as much as you hope he would, given the positions you find himself with. If you have a good supporting cast around him that can finish, he's going to get the ball to those players. And I think that as a cam is all I really want. And Jackie Grealish can do that. And for under 150,000 coins and the final player of our video, I really believe this Phil Foden Road to the Knockout card is very worth the price, even still at this point in the game. You're going to look at the card and you're going to go, dude, he has 86 pace. You want me to play this guy in the wing? He just feels quick, okay? He just feels quick. He's not going to be able to kill like on a long sprinted run. Put a hunter on him in a wide cam like a 4-2-2 or a 4-3-3, and I'm telling you right now, he can do the job. His passing feels very solid in the game. Dribbling feels immaculate. And 4-star skill moves, if you are a skiller, he'll feel really smooth on the ball. If you're willing to overlook the pace, Philly Foden is a solid cheat beast for you. And that's it, dudes. We finally completed the FIFA 23 Cheat Beast Premier League Edition tier list. That was a mouthful. If you want to see the Serie A, the Ligue 1, the Bundesliga, or the La Liga, hit that like button, comment below some players that I maybe missed. Now, granted, once again, these are only players that I've ever used, so if there's some other cards you like, let me know some cards I should try out in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you for another FIFA 23 tier video very soon. Peace.